Hello everyone, this is Christy. Today I'm going to show you how I make cards using dies. I will share with you some tips and tricks that I do when I use dies for card making. So I'm not a professional card maker, but I will share with you what works best for me. And for this tutorial, I use dies from Temu. That tip number one is the most important, and that's how you place the dice on the mat. It's better when you slanted them and don't do it straight because it's harder and doesn't cut very well. So just twist it a little bit and you will see the difference. My favorite die cutting machine is the Evolution Advanced, and this machine is manual, and also the opening is only 6 inches. I like this one because it has a very good pressure and you can adjust that on the side. And it has a large platform, so I can use long dies. Other die cutting machines that I use a lot are these two. They are very convenient for the small dies because you just finish very fast cutting them. If you like working with dies, I highly recommend you to have a big one and a small machine. I'm going to show you something. If you put the dies and they fill almost all of the card, there is not much room for embellishing. So I cut a longer card and I'm going to put the letters on top in the center, but I'm going to play with the papers. I'm going to use white cardstock for the letters, and then on that side, top and bottom, I'm going to use washi tape. And here is the tip number 2. When you work with washi tape, always put some glue on the ends of the paper so your washi tape is going to stay. I attach the red washi tape on the top and the bottom. And after I'm done, I'm going to use a different color. You can use scraps of papers if you want instead of the washi tape, but it's better to use something from your stash. Now I'm adding gold washi tape and it will be the same on the top and the bottom. Now I'm going to glue the letters in the white cardstock. And here is tip number 3. I use a silicone brush, and this one you can find in the beauty section at Dollar Tree, but I bought it at Temu for only 45 cents. And what you do is to apply a little bit of glue in the brush, and then you're going to place the die cut on the paper, and you need a paper napkin to get the residuals of the glue. You just put on top and press, and it will be very clean on your paper. Try to put a small amount of glue on the brush and spread very well, so it's not going to be too much when you tap on the die cut. When I'm done gluing the letters, I'm going to add foam tape in the back of the paper to give some dimension to that part. I added a few rhinestones and my card is ready. Now I'm going to make another card, and here is tip number 4. When you add the background on the card, get the paper from the opposite corners and it will be much easier to place it on the card. And I do the same with all the layers that I'm going to apply. Now I'm going to glue the word love, and I added foam tape in the back so it can have some dimension when I apply on the card. Then I made a bow using twine and my card is ready. Now I'm going to show you this card that is almost done, and I just need to glue this part up here. And I will use the silicone brush again. And this one is the tacky glue that I use. And as you can see, I just put a little and spread very well so I don't have too much on the brush. And then I just tap, 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 tap everywhere. And I will just place it on my card. And after that, I put a paper napkin on top and press so I can have the residual. And then I just put some pearls and my card is done. Now I have this other card and I'm going to put the word happy birthday and I made a shadow to it, and this is tip number 5. And I'm using a silicone mat from Dollar Tree. First, place the die cut that is going to be the shadow. And you're going to start putting the glue on the die cut. And I'm gluing it in small parts because this die cut is very long. And I'm going to start with one side. And then I'm going to leave 1/8 of an inch, like about 1/8 of an inch on the top and on the left side. So I can guide my die on that direction. Now I get the applicator and I tap on the paper and I carefully look at the top and the left and I try to make the shadow of my word. And carefully fix the alignment before it dries. Then you are going to place a paper napkin, press, and that's it. Now the word has a shadow and it looks like this. And here is my card ready with some rhinestones on the top. Tip number 6. When you work with small dies like this, don't take them all apart. It's better like you just get like by rows so you can make them in different colors and you can pass through the machine less times. And here are the die cuts that I glue on the white cardstock. And I did it because it had a small little parts. And here is tip number 7. Use a pointy tool like this hook tool or maybe a blunt needle to attach those tiny parts. Now I'm going to cut all around each banner. And that's very easy because it's a straight cut. And for this card, I'm going to use embroidery thread. Arrange the banners the way you want and then put glue where you want the string. And you're going to place the string and tap the string so it can stay there. Now I'm going to use this foam tape from Dollar Tree and I cut it in half. And I'm going to place in the back of each banner. And I'm going to peel it and put just near to the string. I have the first row, and when you are done, get the hook tool and push the string to the banner so it can look that it's hanging in there. And I do the same with the next row. These kind of cards are nice because you can personalize them. I tape the banners on top of the string and then I go for the third row. For the last row, I just pass the string under the last banner and then I give the shape and tape the last pieces. And when I'm done, I just glue the end of the top and I just put a little bit of glue and glue it so it's not loose. And this is my card done and it says happy birthday to you. Here is a set of dies that is very tiny as the other one and I didn't want to put them apart. It comes with one balloon that is bigger and it's good for the background and also with the shape of strings and one present. I cut the balloons all in pink and as you can see the letters are not apart. They are just in one shape, like a stencil shape. And I just cut the background in gold. I cut a paper that I'm going to put on top of my card and I use this embossing folder and foam tape to give dimension. I'm going to use embroidery thread to make the strings of the balloons. And here comes tip number 7. Always pop up the small items with foam tape, as I'm doing right here. Measure and cut the string and then do the same with all of the letters that you need for the first row. In this case, I have the word happy, and I'm going to put one of these glue dots in the center when I want all the strings together. I place the glue dot, and then now I'm going to place the balloons in the card, and I will align them the way I want it. You also can glue the balloons first and then get all the strings together and attach them to the glue dot. When I'm done with the first row, I press the balloons very well, and I'm going to continue with the second row that says birthday. When I'm done with the last row, I will glue a bow that I made with ribbon, and I glue it on top of the strings. Then I'm going to cut the excess of the strings and also the ribbon. And here is my card done. For this card, I'm going to use this die that cuts just one piece like this. And here comes tip number 8. We are going to do paper piecing. First, I'm going to glue the small items that goes on the banner, and that's the word off. And I use the hook tool and put some glue in the center where it goes the little papers, and then I pick up the papers with the same tool because it has the glue, so it just grabs it and I just place it in there, and it's very, very easy to do it. Then I can even push with the side, and in no time you are done with those little things. Now I grab the gold paper and I'm going to cut all around, giving shape to the word. And I try to imagine how the word will look, and I will just keep cutting with a very tiny and pointy scissors if you have one. The scissors that I'm using are from a manicure set, so just look for them and you can use them for crafts too. When I'm done cutting, I'm going to glue the word on top of the other one. And this is another way that you can continue cutting the word. If you want, you can draw the lines with a pencil, and that will be easier to just fussy cut through the lines. I recommend you to do it very slowly. Now this video is fast forward, so it looks like I'm doing fast, but in reality it's like double the speed. So just do it slowly and cut carefully so you know how to do it again. And then just glue it on top. I'm adding the dots of the eyes using the hook tool. Then I added a ribbon and a pearl, and my card looks gorgeous. For the next card, I'm going to show you how to use this die. And here comes tip number 9. Always look at the size of the die. I cut this die on A2 card, and as you can see, it has the shape, but I left 1/4 of an inch for the folding part. And now I'm going to cut that part so I can have a very nice look when I glue the other paper in the back. I'm going to use this pearl color, and I'm going to place it. It's the same size of the back, and now I'm going to glue this one on top. You can use this die for a wedding card or for an invitation. It will look very nice. Now I'm adding a pearl and a bow that I make with ribbon. And you can add other embellishments as flowers or rhinestones. Just cut the tips and the card is done. As you can see, it looks very clean inside too. For this card, I'm using a solid color and a pattern paper, and we used to tend to put the pattern paper on top, but look what happened when you put the die cut. It looks too much. Now, I think the solid color looks much better on top. And I'm going to use foam tape to give dimension to the word. And here is tip number 10. Put some foam tape on a cutting mat and use your cutter to make very thin pieces that you can put on the letters. As you can see, it cuts very easily, and you can take it with the hook tool and then just peel them already and place them in the back of your die cut. It's very easy to do it, and you can also cut the sizes that you need. And I'm almost done putting all of them, and because I'm peeling them, it's going to be ready just to place it on the card. Position the word and then press very well, and you're done with that. Then I'm going to add some embellishments. This one came with this die, and it's a flower, smiley flower. And I'm going to glue it on the corner, but I feel that this card is unbalanced. It just have everything on that right upper corner. And I'm going to add something on the opposite side. And I punch these hearts, and I'm going to add it up here. See? And I have another card done. For the last card, I'm going to use this die, and I cut into colors, gold and black for the center. And for the background, I cut these two papers, but I'm going to use my scraps, and that's tip number 11. You can use your scraps to make a beautiful design for the background. You just need to cut triangle shapes and then find the center of the paper, and you're going to start gluing them starting from the center to the outside. See? I grab one of the big pieces and then a black one. I'm trying to make the colors of a piano. And then a white one and black one, and I go all the way around. And when you are done, you just need to cut the shape of the square and then finish gluing the inside. And then you are going to glue the shape of the frame, and you're going to put the glue using this silicone brush, and then place it in the center, and then you're going to glue the black paper on top. Now I'm going to glue this word die cut that I had ready, and I'm going to just add the glue and put it in the center. Now I will glue this paper on the card. I press well, and my card is done. Let me know in the comments if you like this tutorial so I can make more videos like this, and I will put the links of these dies in the description box just in case you want them. Please subscribe to my channel, and thank you very much for watching my videos. Have a blessed day, everyone. Bye bye.